What's up, people? How you doing? I'm back with another super hot pod review. This one is going to be the last I record this season, and we're going out with a bang. This is the Chocolate 7-Pot Carboruga. It's a new variant on the Red 7-Pot Carboruga from Mr. Tony Sherwood. I grew the red this year. It's at F4, so next season we'll be at F5 with that. And this is new. This popped up for Tony this year, and it's really, really mean looking. It's very bumpy, very spiky. It's got a mean little tail on it. It's kind of similar in shape, in a way, to the skunk chocolate. Now, one thing to note, I reviewed the Red Carboruga back when that was F2. I grew that at F4 this season. It is much hotter in 4th generation than it was in its 2nd generation. So, I'm not sure how vicious this is going to be. As I believe I've mentioned before, the chocolates tend to feel hotter, but actually test lower on the Scoville heat unit scale. So, and scientifically, not to get too complicated on this, that's usually due to the presence of other chemicals like lesser capsaicinoids in the brown superhots in higher concentration than the two main capsaicinoids that are tested for in HPLC testing, and that is capsaicin and dihydrocapsaicin. The lesser capsaicinoids are usually in higher concentration with these. So I'm going to stop blabbering, and I'm going to take the stem off and cut this open and show you guys what it looks like. Right. Aroma wise, floral, typical of a chocolate super hot. It has a fruity undertone to the aroma. Here's what we're looking at. That is all placenta in there. All placenta. And placenta runs all the way through the walls of the chili. It's typical of super hots, very thin-walled. Just a ton of placenta and oil in there. And I'm hoping that this is going to taste better than most chocolate super hots. We'll see. I'm going to take some seeds out, and then I'll be back. I'm going to eat it. Okay, guys, here we go. All the seeds are gone. Placenta is still intact. I want to thank Tony Sherwood once again for sending me this pod to review. I believe I am the first to ever get to try this on camera, that is. So I'm both honored and terrified. Here we go. The Chocolate 7-Pot Carboruga. All right. Red chocolate super hot, flavor ain't that bad. Okay. So, that is a tongue immolator. The tongue burn on this is outrageous. There's throat burn there as well, but it's my tongue. It's really in pain from this. Ooh. Throat burn is kind of the upper palate, like tonsil area. Like kind of where your sinus cavity meets your throat. Flavor, slightly less floral than your typical chocolate super hot. Very earthy. It has a touch of sweetness. Slight fruity note to it. And the burn has kind of moved away from the tongue at this point. Centered mainly in the back of the throat. And it's pretty much peaked. It's just kind of throbbing right now. Yeah, and it's kind of slowly starting to go away. Not really hitting my chest at all. Stomach's complaining a little bit, so despite the fact that I had a big greasy pizza before this, might be in for some unpleasantness later. We'll see. It's
Again, I'd say more pleasant tasting than a lot of chocolate super hots I've had. It's got a really aggressive burn. At first, targets mainly the tongue. And moves to the throat and just kind of stays there. But it peaks fast. It's not the very, like the longest lasting burn, but it's definitely a violent one. That's going to do it for this review, guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks, Tony, for letting me to be the first one to take a crack at that. Later.